What up, YouTube? It's your girl Bree Miller, back at you with another video. I just wanted to do a quick video for my fellow truckers or anyone who's interested in becoming an owner operator. This video is before getting into trucking, number one. Okay, so I have to go fast because I have somewhere to go and I only have like 39% on my laptop. So, okay, so the first thing before getting into trucking or becoming an owner operator is get you some experience. So me, I have my Class A CDL, and my business partner, who is my older brother, he also has his Class A CDL. We both he has 3 years experience driving a semi, and I have 2 years experience driving a semi. We both now currently have our own box trucks. But yeah, we have experience driving CDL. We have our experience driving a semi truck. So I would say get you some experience driving for somebody else before you start your own business, and get into the trucking industry, because so what I did was I got my Class A CDL. I started driving for Warner Enterprise, and then after Warner gave me the boot, I started driving for PTL because my brother was already working there and he was like employee of the month and all that. So they hired me like right after. I was unemployed for less than 2 days. For probably like 2 days. Like I got fired on Thursday, and then they called me up and they hired me. I got fired on Thursday, and so they called me up maybe like Friday or Saturday, and told me that they told me to come. I have to go to orientation in Kentucky. So I got fired Thursday. They got me a rental Sunday morning, and I drove from San Antonio, Texas to Murray, Kentucky on Sunday, and started orientation Monday. So get your Class A CDL. I would say get you some experience, like the full trucking experience in a semi. Get the fear of trucking, like once you master driving once you master backing a semi up, your confidence in trucking will be like through the roof. Like I originally wanted to start my business in a semi, but there's like a lot of other extra things you got to do for a semi, like the drug and alcohol thing. And I don't mind doing that shit, but it's like it's like extra stuff, and it's like other programs you got to get into in order to get into drive a semi. And insurance is a lot. It's like $13,000 or whatever. The insurance is high. It's high in a box truck, so a semi truck is even higher. So, and also I can't switch from wanting to drive a semi because a lot of shippers don't believe in space. So they have small lots. Like this one lot that I went to, I don't know where it was at, but they really didn't care about space, but they wanted semis to come pick up and deliver. It was like foam or whatever, like it was like the shredded papers that you have on like the boxes and whatever. It's like shredded papers, like big giant bulks of the shredded papers, but like it was crazy. Like you couldn't drive into the lot. You couldn't even drive into the gate. Like you had to turn your truck around and back into the dock, into the gate, into the dock. And like I wasn't struggling, but it was like hard, like because they had their box trucks lined up around the gate and shit. So you had to really like back up and go in, drive up. Like it was crazy. And so like when I finally got on the dock, I looked up and it was a fucking box truck that just swung in there and just swung into the gate and whipped in there and backed up to the dock. So I was like, after I seen that shit, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get me a box truck because this is shit. And I've been to like another place in Texas where they fucking in front of the docks they had, you know, flatbeds getting loaded and shit. They had pallets everywhere, like in front of they had pallets already in front of like the docks, and then on top of that they want to load the flatbeds right in front of the dock, so you have to like try to back in and not hit the flatbeds, and then you got pallets that you try not to hit, and then the fucking people on the forklifts is driving all around you, and you got to try not to hit them, and they're just zooming. They don't even stop. They don't care. They don't care. They would just drive, and you have to like be cautious and try not to hit them. And so I was like, fuck that. I don't want to deal with places like this. So I'm in my box truck, and but I did get the full experience. I went to all 48 states because we don't deliver to Alaska, and then we don't deliver to Hawaii, which would be awesome because I would get lost on purpose if we did ever deliver to Hawaii. I know a lot of truckers would. We would all be all on the beach doing a hula, getting drunk. So yeah, we don't go to Hawaii, but it would be awesome if we did. But yeah, so I've been to all 48 states. I didn't want to go to New York, but they pushed me. I mean, they made me go at the last minute or whatever. But I barely went into New York. I didn't go to like the crazy places with the bridges and shit. But yeah. So I would say get your experience first, and then if you do plan on getting into a box truck, get you a helper, because the low boards are kind of trash. Right now they're dry as fuck, and so especially in Texas, I don't know where you're from. You might be from like, you know, New Jersey, New York, where you know it's always load, or California or somewhere, but it's dry as fuck in Texas. And I'm in San Antonio, Texas, so it's really dry. And Amazon load, I've been doing Amazon load board, but I mean peak season is over. Peak season was real good to me. Like I was driving at night and in the afternoon, but now it's all dried up. It's it's not doing it. It's not doing nothing right now. People are getting the loads for like less than $2 a mile. So Amazon Relay isn't doing it, and the load boards is kind of dry in my area. So I would say the best thing to do is, if you're in a box truck, is the best thing to do is where the money is in moving furniture. And so if you plan on getting a box truck, I would say find you a helper that you can rely on, somebody who's willing to work, and then also get you somebody who's handy, who knows how to do installations and shit. So yeah, me and my brother, we're working on getting onto like a major company to move furniture, but it's taking a lot. Like, it's been taking a while, like, for them to onboard us, and they just want a lot of information, and so I have to apply for a state DOT number and all that type of shit. So that's what I'm waiting for, is the state DOT number, and I'm waiting for my insurance company to send over our information so we can do that. And then once we send them my state DOT number or whatever, we're getting onboarded, and then we're gonna start rolling. But yeah, get you a helper, somebody that knows how to install, do installation, and then have you some work lined up before jumping into this industry. Like, talk to some shippers, talk to some brokers. We did try to go the dispatching route, but the dispatcher was doing the exact same thing that we was doing. Like, he was on the same load board as we were on. I was looking on the same load board as the dispatcher, and we was looking at the same loads and talking to the same people. So I was like, why am I paying somebody, 8% or whatever of my load if we're doing the same fucking work? And I don't like sitting. Don't like sitting. So, like, I'm looking for loads as well. So, yeah, the dispatching is not for me, but it might be. You might find a dispatcher that has connections already and has been in the game for a while. Awesome. But, I mean, it wasn't for me. And then I would say save up enough money for a couple, like 6 months for all your bills, especially insurance. Make sure you have enough money for your insurance, because if you aren't insured, your wheels won't be rolling. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, so get you some experience, get your Class A CDL, get you some real trucking experience. I mean, it's awesome. Especially, it was awesome for me, I would say, because I started off in 2020. So, sadly, 2020 was good for me. It was good for me and horrible for some people, but, I mean, the roads were so clear. It was just me, the road, and my music. It was so peaceful, so relaxing. Like, I know people were, like, sick and shit, but I was on the road just living my best life. And I mean, I was scared as fuck, because that was during a time where people were flipping over trucks and throwing sticks and breaking windows, and I was scared. Like, I didn't want to run into no mob, but if I would have, I mean, I would have ran into the mob. But, I mean, it was so peaceful. It was like the road, it was no traffic or nothing. But now it's all I kind of wish people would go back inside. I wish we can get that time back a little bit. I wish people would start, spending more time at home. Like, if you don't need to be out driving, like, stay home, because that will make our lives a lot easier. But yeah, so it was so peaceful. But yeah. So, and then it was also great because when I started trucking, like when I went to trucking school, like the classes were so small. It was like five of us in our class. 4 of us graduated because I don't know what happened to that one guy. I think he had like a problem with his background or whatever. But yeah, 4 of us graduated, and it was like, and then when I went to orientation for when I started driving for Werner, when I went to orientation, I was the only person in my hotel room. And then with my trainer, I was the only person in the truck, so I got all the time to drive and get the experience and all that. So before then, or probably now, it's like 2 people per trainer. You had the room in the hotel room with you had to sleep in a hotel room with like 2 like another person. You might have to have a big class for orientation. It was big, like at my second company, like PTL orientation was big as fuck. But I did have my own. I only have, I was the only person with that trainer at PTL. But yeah, so again, I gotta go though. Get you some experience. Get your Class A CDL. Get you some experience. Drive for somebody else. Find you a helper, somebody that you can rely on who knows how to do installation. Have some work planned out. Talk to some shippers. Pass out some cards. Do some networking. Save enough money for all your bills, because there might be some days where the loads are dry, the load board is dry, and Amazon Relay ain't doing shit. So, and Okay, and then my last tip was don't think you're gonna just don't think you're gonna just do Amazon Relay, because you're not. You can't just live off of Amazon Relay, because the load board, especially in San Antonio, Texas, is crap. The rates are horrible, and like people are taking loads for less than $2 a mile, and it's not that many loads to begin with. Peak season is done, so really have a plan before jumping into this industry. And please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if there's anything that you think I need to change or do, or another subject you think I need to do, or whatever. Tell me what you like about the video. If you didn't like something about the video, let me know. Yeah. Have a nice day. I gotta go. My battery is about to die, man. Deuces, your girl Bree Miller.